as good as like the real stuff, but I'm excited. Yeah, cool little intro here, which I think is kind of neat. And that tells us all we need to know about the story, right? So the sorcerer strikes down the brave knight that wielded this axe, and now the axe is on a quest, I think, or something. Or maybe it put his spirit into the axe. Yeah, it's a right side. Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. It's pretty cool, though. Pretty cool. There are some chivos, though, by the way, and there are achievements on the Steam page as well. But let's jump in. This is Hack and Climb. Shoutouts to Kodachi, the developer, and shoutouts to Keymailer hooking us up with the review key for this game. There are... Oh, there's different weapons. The Cursed Axe is the starting one, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we'll eventually be able to unlock. There's a boomerang. There's a fucking gun, excuse me? Oh my god. Alright, this is gonna get weird. I've only seen Alias when he was streaming this game. I only saw him play with the axe. There are modifiers, okay. So eventually there's different stages to select. If we wanted to, there are timers per stage. Oh, I see. Limit the amount of time, limit the number of throws. All right, well, that's not like, that's hard mode, right? That makes the game harder. I'm more of a make the game interesting, but not harder or easier, ideally. But I can appreciate that there are modifiers for those that, like, you know, speed run this game. You know, there are lunatics out there that speed run Alt F4 and getting over it and jumping. There are wild lunatics out there that you know, they seek out this kind of punishment and speedrun it, you know, just grill it into their DNA. Balance throw assistance. So yes, that means, yeah, throwing assistance. No assistance, no mercy. We'll start with regular and see how it goes. I don't expect this game to be easy. Don't expect this game to be easy. In fact, if you wanted to, you could fine-tune the like what helps you out, which is kind of cool. For a new game, baby. Okay, sure enough, I might end up lowering the difficulty slightly. Or the difficulty, the audio slightly. Right, when I saw on the waveform. Oh, because the master kind of popped off a little bit. Just like right there. Just right there is good. All right. So, you pull it back. Left click to grab. Oh, grab this thing. There we go. And then it kind of gives you a preview. How far is your guy going to go? If you do a little baby throw, that's nothing. But, yeah, click and, yeah, drag and drop, or like click and then click again. So yeah, we'll do like a nice normal throw. Woo, ka-chunk. And on this kind of ground, and even the walls, it'll ka-chunk onto the walls, which is kind of nice. I don't know if the handle bops into it. Like if it hits the handle, and I'm not even sure if there's like a way to force it to land handle first. But if the handle were to hit handle first, I wonder if it wouldn't stick into that kind of wall. But look at this right here. Bonk. It bonks off of stone. So it goes nice and deep into like dirt and soil, and probably grass also. But yeah, stone, your SOL, you're on your own. Oh, I think in that case it might have hit. Actually, yeah, did it hit the? Yeah, there you go. It actually turns green. It turns green to like tell you when like you're in the clear. Like right there, that's how you know you're good. But that's just a little preview thing. You can only trust so much of the preview because it can only tell you so much. Oh, there you go. It hit the handle. So there you go. When you hit the handle, when it hits handle first, that is not sufficient. It will bounce off when you hit handle first. The Bogasso. Perfectly timed. Let's see. Oh, you mean my uptime? Oh, you mean your time? I thought you meant like my uptime was like perfectly at like half an hour or something. But I see what you mean. Yes. I'm gonna hit that little fella. Should I hit the fella? I missed. I didn't hit the fella. But I did. Oh, it's a torch. It's a torch. I see. Well, we can't go up. Well, actually, hold on. Is that like, I know that is of course just regular stone. I can't tell if like this is like fancy. I don't think it's fancy. Let's just go over this way. Oh, I hit the torch. Oh, no. The torch is a collidable object. All right. All right. Bonk. Yep. Bonking on the handle. So something that has like more, you know, blade space. So something that has like, yeah, more blade square, square footage, square mileage. And of course, and I guess also the more spin you put on it, the better. Well, maybe not so much the better, but surely the more spin, the more likelihood that, like, something of the blade will hit the wall and, like, dig in when you want it to dig in. There we go. Just kind of yoink it. Whee! There we go. Bonk. So like I said, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna play this tonight. There's a couple other, like, short experiences and, like, demo things that I've got on my radar sometime over the next couple of, you know, few weeks, basically, that I need to stream. And the like recommended stream time for this one was kind of coming up, so I was like, you know what, yeah, let's try this one out. If we run out of time, or not run out of time, if I determine that my brain cell count has diminished to the point of worrying about my mental faculties and I need to play something else, there's another fairly short-looking game called Goblin Town to play. I don't think that's a demo, I think that's a full game, but I think that's like the kind of thing where it's not a good enough throw. Not like a hugely, not the kind of game you'd play for hours, basically. We got Pelican, by the way, good to see you, buddy. Says this looks pretty neat. It's pretty cool. It's so far not ridiculously difficult. It's you know, I got a bottle flip challenge. I got an achievement. Cool. There's this down here. It says the depths, and that bar makes me a little bit nervous. I don't see an indicator for myself on the bar. Now I realize my face is covering it. Here, let me, for just a little bit here, at least. One of these. Yep. There we go. Now you can see. Now you can see kind of what I'm seeing. Where over here on this side of the screen here, there's like an indicator of, I guess, how far the depths go. But I don't see a little pip mark for how close or how far up we are. Not that we're very far. I'm like 10 minutes into my first attempt of playing this game. But yeah, that might be something to be aware of. Too much? Nope, just enough, just enough. Oh, it didn't dig in. Even though the blade touched the dirt, it didn't, like, dig into the dirt. So there's, like, a velocity aspect as well. Like there, because it came at it with a pretty high velocity, it stuck in there. And I noticed the color of, like, the little preview thing. The little preview indicator was not green in that instance. That one, it was good. Interesting, interesting. Just barely got it. I feel like that one was kind of generous. The handle kind of landed on the corner there. Not sure that was going to count it. What I might do is, do I play it safe? Just go bop. I think there's no shame in playing it a little bit safe here. Now the thing is, we're going to have to like also go woo and land up the top here. Is it like a golf game? The good news is I don't think this game is like judging us for the number of hits or the number of swings. The also good news, Urklazar, is that if you wanted to treat it like a golf game, I think after you beat the game, there are modifiers where you can limit the number of throws or limit the time. So for those who wanted to be like speedrun McGee over there. Uh-oh. Crap. It's being weird. Hello? Uh-oh. Why is it being weird? I'm still alive, right? Is my computer being weird? So yeah, what was the bottle cap challenge? 100 throws. Oh, I'm throwing. We're definitely throwing. So, yeah, so you don't necessarily get anything, I don't think, at least, for nailing the Chivos, nailing the achievements. Eventually you get other weapons to play with, which is pretty exciting. Gonna go and start the multi-stream, which I forgot to do last time. But we're starting it up now. And that's yet another reason why, you know, this is why you want to watch on Twitch. Because sometimes I'm slow to start the multi-stream. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I get just so excited to play the games. I get all up inside of myself, which is to say inside of my brain. But also my ass, because I talk out of both sometimes. But, you know, sometimes I forget to start the multi-stream. So if you're watching other platforms, you might not be seeing all the stream. There might be stuff you've missed out on. So if you want it straight from the source, straight from the fire hose, cut out the middleman, just come on over to the Twitch stream, because that's the way to reach all the stuff. But in the meantime, though, we're getting into this thing. Slight little technical snafu, but otherwise we're jumping into it somewhat for the first time. We'll call that first one just to warm up. Now we're getting into it. Actually, I lied. It lets me continue. Or, you know what? Let's say Actually, no, I will continue. I will continue, because who knows? I might need it. I might need all the help I can get. Urklazar says, you're axing for it, Alex, because I didn't axe the graphics. That's right. Now, the good news is that because this is a thoughty-like, which is to say a platforming, precision platformer challenge game where, you know, you're expected to fuck up a bunch. And you're expected to, you know, over time kind of learn... Whoops, not enough juice, not enough spice. You're expected to, over time, kind of find your way and learn the limitations of what you're working with and how to have them work for you and not against you. Too much? Just enough. Just enough. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that looks cool. I just like how that looks. Anyway, because this is a thoughty-like, you know, a thoughtian game where you're gonna get fucked inevitably, and you're gonna get screwed over. You're gonna, like, maybe not screwed over. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna have near misses. You're gonna be flying high. You're gonna be feeling great, and then you're gonna have like one unfortunate throw that just doesn't land right, and you're gonna come tumbling down, perhaps back to the start, if you're so unfortunate. I'm actually gonna do a little courtesy, a little mini jump, I'm just gonna slide right there. And the preview is accurate and fairly reliable as far as I can tell. Now, how heavy will that bonk me? Bonk. Not too bad, not too bad. I can't latch on to this wall here, so we're gonna be flying, I think, mostly into stone for a bit here. But anyway, it's only a matter of time before I come tumbling down, and not just that, but maybe even tumble all the way back to the start. Ooh, wasn't I? Well, that wasn't quite tumbling back to the start. Tumbling back to the start would be like, I can't move the camera down far enough, but like, there's more we could have lost as far as progress. There's also stuff we could skip if we felt so inclined. We could, like, try to get wild and try to, like, toss over that way, but I don't know if I trust my lack of skill set in games like this. I never did beat getting over it, in all fairness. So there you go. That's like, you know, I'm not exactly a licensed professional when it comes to this kind of game. Oh my god, could I just bank it? Oh, that'd be really cool. It'd be very, very stylish. Bonk. Yeah, not quite, though. Get it nestled in that corner. The one unfortunate thing is that, yeah, it is a little bit hard to predict when you are... when you're like having it kind of bounce. That was a weird angle. Yeah, that one right there. That's so odd. What an odd, like, back... That's like a back air. That's like a Marth back air from Melee. When you are sliding across stone surfaces, it's kind of hard to predict where it's going to land. You can predict where it's going to hit, but yeah, where it's going to land can be a very different kind of conversation. Good enough, good enough. I guess we saw... Oh, is that too much? No, it was just enough. That might be too much. Ooh, I got lucky there. If it would have landed blade first, we could have skidded. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Ka-chunk? Oh, okay, alright. That was a very generous save. Now, do I try to bank it off of this guy? I don't know if I can, like, rely on that. So I will just barely clear it. Is that enough? Not enough. Oh, it didn't latch on! Yep. So, that is the inevitability that we will face ourselves in. Those moments of, like, trying to really, really be careful and try to predict where things will land, and it will not always work in your favor. In fact, like right here, I can tell we will skid off. We will skid off. Unfortunately, we will not skibbity. I know, that's disappointing. I know that's disappointing. You know, it's one thing to skid. It's one thing to skid off, but it's one thing entirely to skibbity. Or the lack thereof. I get a little bit more of a hinge point. Ka-chunk. Got some good ka-chunks in this game. Lots of like good like swinge over. There we go. That's probably good. Can I go higher? No. Bonk. Oh, are we going back to the pit? I hit the torch. Not quite fully back down to the pit. The way you fall down to the pit is going down that hole, but still, that is The reality. I think you have to go around. I don't think you could go through that platform. I'm really curious how you go about unlocking the other sword, the other weapons and such. I also can't help but notice, yeah, there is some dirt up there, but yeah, we couldn't throw it high enough. Have to reach over there. Yep. Very much leaning on the predictive, like, landing displays to kind of help us along here. I'm not above accepting that bit of assistance when the game is willing to offer it. Right? I have to hit it pretty good. Is that enough? That is perhaps enough. So, I've never made this jump. And it seems like when I'm in the middle of this platform, I got achievement for 100 throws. When you're kind of, yeah, I'll just kind of inchworm it along. When you're kind of in the middle of this platform, it's not great for making this jump. There we go. This thought new personal best. New personal best. There we go. Now, so now keep at it. And as I'm seeing on the left-hand side, let me alt tab real quick. Because I realized that it moved back. So if you see on the left there, that there is a progress meter over here. Maybe, yeah, so at first I wasn't sure how the progress meter was working. I'm not sure if that is like, if there's like a tick mark and you will eventually see yourself on the tick mark, or if maybe it just goes from the top to the bottom, and this is a measure that we're halfway done. With the depths. I don't believe for a moment that the depths is all there is. Also, I think I need to break this thing. Ooh, but by doing so, I have fallen. I have fallen, and I hopefully can get back up. Now, we did remove that obstacle, which is good. But unfortunately, you know what? We'll play it safe. Relatively safe. I was gonna say, as long as I latch onto the dirt. Do one of those. And then probably to like get a little bit further up. And unfortunately, all these directions aren't really helping. What I can do is go down a little bit. Oh my god, spiderwebs are physicsing out. What the shit? There's a spiderweb rave happening and I wasn't invited. That's disappointing. So, you know, it is a demo. It is a demo. These kinds of things happen. Spiderweb raves are a new thing, for me at least. We'll just see the game's very excited. They're really happy for us. They're really proud of us. We've made it this far. So that they're throwing us a little party. It's flattering, really. It really is. Bust a move takes away your prediction line. Ooh, man. I actually never played Bust a Move. Never played Bust a Move. I know of it, but never actually played it myself. Ooh, too much? Too much? It was too much. Heck. The spiderweb rave is a feature. I'm with you. That's how I feel. Oh, that was also too much, but we can bring it back. We can bring it back. The thing is, like, the masculine urge, right? The masculine urge to always do a full tilt throw. It's just so alluring. It's so satisfying. But you're not always going to want a full tilt throw. You're not always going to want to maximize the heat. Sometimes you want a medium heat. You know, sometimes you don't want, like, full spice. Sometimes you want a little bit nice. Sometimes. Oh, lucky. Very lucky. Very fortunate with that drop. I'm almost tempted to just, like, attack the spiderwebs. Just to... Because that's probably annoying for you guys. Probably annoying. I find it I find it, like, kind of cute, but... It is a bit much. Oh, ooh, I bonked on the ceiling. That lantern, oh my god, I remember that shit at Rossi. I remember that shit, and I still think back to, like, the goofy kind of hijinks we got to see in that Oblivion playthrough. One of these days I'll go back and, you know, play through Skyrim like a normie. Okay, Okay, here we go. New personal best. Now, I can't just, like, throw it willy-nilly. Also, I didn't actually cut the chain down, and it looks like we do... No, actually, maybe we don't bonk on the chain. I do not bonk on the chain. Okay, I thought I would. I thought I would. So it's not like, you know, a guarantee like we're safe, but it's something. It is something. So now, if I land over here... If I land... Do I go for that first? Yes. Now... Ooh, maybe this wasn't so smart. First, I thought maybe I could, like, scrunge it down there, but the scrunge is gonna be a little bit tricky. Alex says, masculine urges. Gracie says I'm strong and manly. Oh no! Gracie says I'm tough and manly. Like, sometimes, like, in games like this, there's just, like, that satisfying thing where it's like, oh yeah, I gotta do the obvious thing. Even if it's not always a smart idea. I'm gonna guess we want to get up on that platform. Get on up with our bad selves. Yep. This is probably one we're not gonna want a full big jump. Big toss. Just a medium toss. Or maybe even a baby toss for babies. But don't toss the babies. You're gonna come down platform? Maybe it was excited because it's also joining in on the spider rave. Maybe the spider web rave has claimed them as well. Oh, when you're grabbing, it goes into slow-mo. That's why. Oh, but it latches on. Okay. Yeah, when you go into grabby mode, it goes into slow mode. Oh, no, I fell off. Like, not content-wise. Well, maybe. That's unfortunate. I wonder if it fell off because I started to click and then I, like, changed my mind. It seemed like it, like, latched back in, but maybe it's not as, like... Maybe it's not as stable as you think it is, so maybe it's like you have to be, like, really in the middle with a very safe... and like, stable connection. Bonk. Me on a WebEx call. Yeah, my connection's fairly stable, you guys. Me when I'm trying to, like, share my screen on Microsoft Teams in the office. There we go. The chat preview's getting a little bit weird. Blocked by the... Oh, right, yeah, because I moved things around. I'll just move it back to where it was. Let's move back to where it was. Nope. Because the preview's up there, yeah. Oh, too much... It was okay, We got there. Whoop. Alright. I tell myself we can get back to this part without too much of an issue. Knowing that we're gonna be... Oh, you know what? I need to be more... I see where I've gone astray. It's like, you know, it depends on where you grab it. I haven't really been paying attention where I've been grabbing it, but it does depend. Because if you grab it from the handle... It's gonna, you know, grab it and fling it from said handle. Which, in that case, you know, because I was further away, caused a bunch of spin. So if you want a lot of spin, that can actually be quite helpful. But sometimes you don't want a lot of spin. You want to be very considerate in how that thing's gonna land. Now, granted, I don't know if I have that, like, level of, like... fidelity. As far as being able to predict... the physics of something like this. Like, I can't, like, think that far ahead. Oof, unfortunate. There we go. Yeah, I'm just kind of like flinging it and hoping for the best. Oh, we get the bottle. There's the bottle cap. Hey, bottle cap finish. There we go. I like the little notification. It was fun. Yeah, like in this case, I kind of want less spin. Oh, except I didn't throw it good enough. Doing that, like it's spinning backwards. It actually could potentially, yeah, I was gonna say that could be good. That could be bad. Ooh, that was lucky. I also wonder if I would have grabbed it quicker. Like, can I grab it now? Yeah, okay, you can grab it. Sometimes you can grab it before it, like, fully stops moving. So in certain instances, that can actually save your ass. Oop. Yeah, I couldn't grab it there, but I can grab it now, yeah. It seems like it only lets you go for, like, the premature grab if you're, like, relatively in the safe zone anyway. You know, I'm gonna move this a little bit closer. Alley-oop. Ooh, is it gonna fall? It's gonna fall. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay, we're good. Fallout 3. He would do like, oh, he would like kind of physics out a little bit. Yeah. There was like that brief moment in time where like Havoc Engine and all these other physics engines would just have that where like you'd somehow wind up in a state where like certain bad guys or certain objects would just always bug out consistently. Oh, heck. Ooh, I was gonna say, are we gonna keep tumbling? Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that. I was gonna say I should have gone closer towards the middle. Play it safe. Because I remember having something similar to that in like Unreal Tournament 2004, where like on one map, basically until I closed the game, if you killed an NPC, they would like consistently physics out in like funny Gary's modular ways. Oh right, we've seen this once before. Yeah, it's like seems like yeah, in that time frame, like in that period of time, things would just get weird. Wonder if I should experiment with different, because oh shit, why'd I do that? I shouldn't have let go. Be very careful about how I set this up. Yeah, ragdolling was very I mean, still is popular, obviously, but yeah, it was like this new hotness as far as technology goes. But yeah, sometimes it would be very shitty, but very entertaining. Like that was the fun. It was very fun. Limbs flailing. And the game would actually cause the game to crash. Yeah, I never actually had, like, the game crash from something like that before. But, there we go. That's a good one. That's good. Now... right there. And I'm not gonna touch anything now. Yeah, it does kind of move on its own a little bit, which is scary. Got to the old mine. So achievement unlocked. Reach the old mine. So new, you can see underneath my little overlay area. New area just dropped. And I think, unlike Bennett Foddy, unlike Getting Over It, it seems like it has given us a floor. And I don't think we could, well, I say that. You know, there's what might be a little opening over this way. Oh, there's an opening. So you could, actually, well, there's another weapon, I think. I don't know what's over here, but you might potentially end up in a situation where you drop back down to the previous area. So, never mind. I was about to say this gave us a parachute, kind of a safety zone. But no guarantees of a safety zone here. Uh-oh. Guess we're about to find out. Yep. Yeah, back into the depths. However, if I want to get that special weapon, I want to get that other weapon. Now this is dangerous because these things do move with me. Flying a little bit close to the sun here. Oop. But shiny new weapon. Oh baby. Oh baby. Gary's mod back in the day. Yeah, when the exploits weren't patched out yet, and yeah, like the funny, like goofy shit was kind of like built into the experience. I'm 100% with you, Urquhart. I remember those good old days. New weapon! So our first extra weapon has popped in. We got Aquatius in the house, by the way. It's good to see you, buddy. This is the scythe. While you're in the air... Oh, an upward boost. Do I try it out now? Ooh. Oh, you're committed until you start a new run or until you find a new weapon. I mean... Well, it's a smaller blade, right? There's less surface area that is blade. So there's more handle, and that could really fuck us. But that upward boost could be cool. Oh, no, a little scary, a little scary. Maybe I'll play it safe. It does seem cool. It does seem cool. Do we have a right-click power? I don't think we have a right-click power at all. Yeah, if I click with right-click or do anything in the air... Yeah, right-clicking does nothing for the axe. So the axe is, like, boring and very safe, for better or for worse. I don't want to, like... That guy, there we go. And then, I like how the game keeps being like, you're in the old mine, you're back in the crypts. And the old mine in the crypts, I can't make up my mind, what the fuck? Plunk, kaplunk. The depths. Whoop. Oh, I was actually thinking I would bonk and land on the dirt. That works too, though. Oh, except how the fuck do I... How the... the shit? I think we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to, if I have any hope of getting back with my bad self, I'm gonna have to, like, do some shenanigans. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say that's not a good angle. Where I, like, reflect off this guy, or I go down and go around. I might just have to accept going down and going around with my bad self. Go over a little bit. Yeah. What I want to do is hit, like, go like a full tilt throw. Not quite enough. Yeah, you know what? I think I might just have to drop down. That might be the only way, really. Unless, what if I go right there and try to, like, just, if I can, like, latch onto that part of, like, because I think that's a dirtular surface. It's doable. Ooh, the decision has been made for me. Whoa! Bonk. No. The decision has been made for me. That's okay. That's okay. Let's. How hard could it be, right? We've made it this far once before. Now we're so much better at the game than we were 20 minutes ago, right? We've learned so much in the last 20 minutes. Surely, I've got nothing to worry about. What's up, Ace? The scythe it absolutely would have helped. You're exactly right, Ace. Yeah, the scythe would have helped. That's probably what the scythe was meant for, was to get you out of that exact situation. It's one of those where it's like, man, should I just switch over to it? I'm worried that it'll make certain, like, later levels even harder. Let's be real. Nobody plays a game like this because it's easy. You play it because fun pee pee poo poo, right? Like the rest of us do. Oh, come on. I can't clear that one? Shit. Might just be hecked. Wait, there was a green. Huh. Am I gonna inchworm? Oh, come on. You're gonna tease me like that? You're gonna tease me? You're gonna sit there and I'm a 36-year-old man. I have an aging heart. Do you think I can take that kind of tease? Good joke. There we go. And that's right. Urgluzar's working on something. Oh, yeah. So it wasn't me getting myself fucked over. The game sometimes gets a little bit wobbly when you're going up that elevator. You're going up that elevator. It's a little bit wobbly. All right, now we can properly experience this delightful, charming place. Did I just fucking murder that rat? Oh, and I feel bad. I didn't even see him. Yeah, Urgluzar's working on something. He's working on a cool little project. And you were saying, Urgluzar, you were saying that your game is like, had its like first public, I don't know if release, if like public release is the right word for it, but like there's like a demo that is available for all to see, for those brave enough, or maybe foolhardy enough. Oh. Like, get on that guy. Yeah, get on him. Yeah. Okay, now what? And then hit it again. I'll just go over it and see if I can. Woo! Oh no! I couldn't have hit that right if I tried. I couldn't have got him if I tried, but I stumbled into it apparently. I gotta do some ricochet shots. Ka-chunk. Uh-oh, yeah, it turned not green. There we go. Really leaning on the preview image. Can help me out here. I'm not above accepting that kind of assistance. Or I can just do that, which seems a little bit weird. I'm gonna guess that's metal, but that is wood. This one's probably the safer choice. Ooh, but it's also kind of dangerous, though. I'm taking it down with me, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, man. Yo, what's up, Alias on YouTube? That's right, he played the demo. He played the demo. I don't know if you beat it, Alias, but I watched you stream it. You were what inspired me. Or you were the person who inspired me, rather, because when I saw you play it, I was like, yeah, this looks very fun and a little bit infuriating, but I'm down. Get that box out of here. Urgluzar says, yeah, he's got a pretty good amount. He's got a pretty good amount already available, the first 3 chapters. And there's already a lot that's available right now. That's hella impressive, man. I didn't realize it was a fodular experience. Oh, I got bonked. Am I gonna land? Oof. Boom, 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 boom. I'm kind of curious to see what's on the other side. Let's see what's on the other side. The answer might be not much or nothing we can really reach, but I'm just kind of curious. Like I don't do enough exploring in games like this. Oh, there was like a blip where I could have grabbed it. The answer is, yeah, nothing we can reasonably experience or reasonably reach. So sure enough, this is the expected direction. You just slide along the ground. Slide to the left. Bam. Slide to the right. Slide over and ka-chunk. I like when you like stab into something and like kind of pull it down. Yeah, there's different weapons. We just unlocked the scythe alias. We just unlocked the scythe, and then I chose not to switch to it, and then I got stuck, and I was like, and Ace was correctly pointed out, like, hey Alex, if you had the scythe, you would have gotten unstuck, and I was like, god damn it, you're right. As Ace frequently is, he was correct. Unfortunately, from my ass. Yeah, like that. Now the problem is I've made a bit of a mess for myself. What I can do is like slide up the wall awkwardly. But can I bonk that thing in a tasty way? Gonna hit it as hard as I can. Oh, what the fuck? I'm trying to click. I got it. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm breaking the laws of physics here. We got Chuck in the house. What's up, buddy? It does sound like a Pink Floyd song warming up. I'm a big fan of the rapper Lil Dicky, and he has a show on, I think, Hulu called Dave. That's the name of his, like, you know, of him in real life. His name is Dave. And one of my favorite moments in the show is, I think it's in season 1, the character Gata is helping his like manager friend. Well, he's kind of his manager. He's helping one of his friends. I can't tell what that surface is, so I'm nervous. I'm just gonna fling it. Okay, it was wood. Good to know. I wasn't sure if it was wood. He's helping him get his like satellite television thing hooked up so he can watch a Fish concert. He's like, hey Gata, can you help me out? And like, could you come over and like help me get up my satellite, my DirecTV set up so I can watch the Fish live stream show? He was like, yeah, for real, bro, I got you. And he's over at his place and he gets the satellite TV hooked up. And he's like, you want to watch it with me? You know, maybe smoke some weed, just kind of hang out. And Gata's like, hell yeah. And they're just chilling. And they're watching the concert. Gata's like, yo, this shit's tight. And then he's like, he kind of looks at him. He's like, hey, when are they going to stop just warming up? And when are they going to, like, play some songs? And he was like, Gata, this is like, they've been performing for 30 minutes. What do you mean? And that's how it is sometimes. You know, you listen to, did I make it? Hey, barely. Sometimes, yeah, you listen to Pink Floyd and the song goes on for like 10 minutes. And then you're like, oh, they haven't started yet. They're still like doing like the little like weird like proggy shit, which I love the proggy shit. I love that shit. But yeah, you know, you listen to Shine on You Crazy Diamond parts 1 through 3, and yeah, the first like 8 minutes is just an extended synth solo. So you go a long time for hearing any lyrics. I've made a mess for myself. Yep, I see what happened. There we go. I played Four Swords a little bit. I've played it a little bit. Bizarre. This game's a well-kept secret. Yeah, and it throws me off because on the one hand, I know the game's not out yet, but I think what I'm playing is like either a pre-release version or like a newer version of the demo, because I have like achievements and a bunch of stuff enabled, and I didn't think I didn't think that was like on the menu just yet for a demo. And on my like Steam inventory, it just or my Steam library, it just shows like, yeah, it's the game Hack and Climb, separate from the demo. But the game's not out yet, so I'm not exactly sure how I've wound up in this situation, but good problem to have. Can I get up? Up. There we go. Good enough. Was it, was it like Fish the band? Oh, Fish, which is to say Phish. So Fish the jam band. which is a band that is known for doing like 40-minute long improvisations before they, you know, start their first song, basically. Lil Dicky, I've heard that one before. Yeah, he's a very good rapper. Lil Dicky's a good rapper. His music is like fun and like kind of self-referential and self-aggrandizing, but it's also very fun. I like it. Declaring a friend a manager. That's legitimately what he does in that show. He's like, I need a manager, and I can't remember the person's name, the character's name, but like that's basically how it went. He was like, yeah, bro, I need a manager. We got Jorf in the house. What's up, Jorf? Jorf, if you play this might be a Jorf game. This might be a Jorf kind of experience because I'm enjoying it a lot, even though my dumbass has gotten stuck. Oh wait, hold. Oh shit, but now look what I done did. Look what I have done to myself. I got unstuck, but at what cost? But at what cost to myself and my sanity? That's okay. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. We've been here. We'll be here again, I'm sure. The screen in 4 swords that represents the Game Boy screen. Oh, I know what you mean, Nucleus. Yes, I've seen it. Man, I haven't played 4 swords in a minute, and I never really got that far into it. But that is really cool. It's like a sub area. That's really awesome, Nucleus. Yeah, I'm excited to see this project Nucleus has been working on. Especially the fact that there's already stuff available to play. So I kind of have no excuse. Yeah, Adam Heart Mother. Adam Heart Mother is a good example of that too. Like this long ass song that goes into some weird shit before, like, you know, the music begins. And even after the song begins proper, that's a weird one for sure. Anyway, Jorf, thank you for that raid. Jorf is playing In Sync, which I don't think I recognize. But Jorf, if you have any clips you want to share, you've heard my spiel plenty of times. Jorf's a freaking homie, and we've had the pleasure of getting to play games with him in the past. Got to do some Abyssus with him some time ago. That was a blasty blast. Oh, too much spice. Oh, but we hit on the back bounce, dude. We got that shit, man. In that case, it was all calculated. Oh. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna get hurt. I'm gonna guess that is metal. And if it's metal, I will glance off it. I can only land into soil. Oh, ooh, close. I can only land into soil and wood. Metal and just about damn near anything else will fuck my shit, and not in the good way. Not the good kind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, yep. Saw that coming. But now that obstacle has been removed, so you might say, Alex, you fucked up. You might think that. You might even say it. You might even type that message. Say, Alex, you fucked up, you idiot. However, I've removed that obstacle, so now the next time we get up there, smooth sailing. So we'll call that a calculated tactical failure. Tactical goof. Yeah, streamer privilege. Yeah, exactly. That's something I've been known to utilize and or wield like fucking Cloud's Buster Sword or on occasion. Bonk. There we go. Good enough. How many times have we made Jorfing it up? Oh, well, the nice thing is that Jorf has that in his, like, it's either in his bio or it's in his, like, BRB screen. He's, like, Jorf is away, probably Jorfing it up somewhere. So, I think if he's making the joke, it's okay for us to make the joke. That's kind of how I see it. Can I do the bounce? I can do a tiny bounce for babies. Good thing this thing stays so, sharp. You think after all these hits, it'd start to get dullified a little bit here. This is, what the hell is this? This is getting over it, but with some, like, but you're a weapon. You're like an axe or a sword or something of that nature. And you have, like, at least some, like, predictiveness where things will land. You know, you have like some assistance basically as far as like where you will land. You know, Jump King, you don't have any assistance to know where your shit is gonna land. So it's, you know, not quite like Jump King necessarily. And at first I thought Jump King was like the closest analog to this game. Wait for that guy to go up. I'm gonna guess we're gonna continue going this way. It's a little bit hot. Hey, water bottle. Good. Good, good, good. This thing's indestructible? Yeah, the durability is pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. And of course, because it is a fodular experience. That was a foolish notion. What I was thinking is I want that platform down here when I begin a little situation here. My situation ship here. Get it on top. Can I get that shit on top? Good enough? Good enough. All right, all right. Because that thing that we're not sure. Oh, what? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That makes me nervous. Whoop. Woo. What? It makes me very scared, dude. It makes me very nervous. Be big nervous. The downside is I will collide with that torch. Oh, it just kind of winked out of existence. All right, well that pose is one way to do it. I don't want to like drop down. What my bad self? Ka-chunk. That's a little scary, man. It's scary. This game is good though. You were playing Dispatch, that's right. I was watching a little bit of it, Alias, but I didn't want to watch too much because I didn't want the spoils. But it did look very good. Oh, big swing. Do it! Oh yeah. This is a little scary. Oop. Good enough. Good enough. This game is incredible. Yeah, it looks very good. It looks very good. I know it's been reviewed excessively well too. And I think it's the developers, I think it's the studio's first, it's at least their first Steam launch. I don't know if it's their first like game. And the game seems like way too good to have been done by a bunch of amateurs. So probably not like their first like game, but their first Steam release, which is pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry, rat. Let's see. I'm wondering if there's something else. So what I want to do is bonk. I want to do a good bonk. That's a good enough bonk, I suppose. Good enough. The stair steps to the left make me nervous, but I'm going to assume that this is what's like recommended by a panel of experts. He's killed before and I'll kill again. And it's always unintentional, because you know how this works. If I intentionally try to kill the little fellas, I won't be able to do it. Like if I'm trying to aim for them, I'll suck shit every time. But if I'm not trying to, I will inevitably murder everything. Good enough. Just trying to make progress. Because this platform is wobbling, is moving, is schmoving. We have to use it, right? Like the kind of thing you have to utilize, or at least that's the recommendation. Oh! So looking at the bar here, we're about halfway through the old mine, basically. Yeah, before the spoilers, right. That's what I try to avoid before the spoilers. Because, yeah, Dispatch looks real good. That's what makes this dangerous, Ace. You're right. You're right. It's hard to determine intent when the intent was purely innocent. Right? You know, they have you go through, like, a polygraph test. You know, did you mean to kill those people? You can honestly say no. You can honestly say, like, no, it was not intentional. Never meant to cause harm. There was no animosity. I didn't know the victim. Chunk. Go up. Woo! Thank you again, though, to Jor for that raid. That was very nice of him. And, Jor, if you're still listening in, like I said, if you have any clips you want to share, Jor has heard my spiel before because he's a freaking homie. He's raided me a whole bunch. He never has to, but of course, it's always appreciated, my man. And, yeah, if there was anything yours you want to share with us, I'd love to see it. Love to see what the homies are up to, and Jorf is indeed one of the homies. Right there, yeah. However, I've made a boo-boo for myself, so I think what I need to do is like ka-cha, and yeah, I don't know if I can like get something up there. Oh, look how close we are to like hitting the wall. We got to do a rebound and hope to get lucky, because we're up all night to get lucky. Pull from the handle to give us more speed. not work. I thought I saw like a frame of something else that looked encouraging. A little weird, but that will work. Oh, that rat already looks bloodied. Is that an injured rat? Am I gonna put him out of his misery? That's where I live. I live in St. Louis, which is to say, I live in misery. There was like I did see a bit of green. I mean, I could probably just... Oop. I swear, by this point, it's becoming ridiculous. When he starts coming back around the bend. I hope, by heck, and back. Hup. Oh, I saw the green and I got excited, dude. I saw the green and I panicked. Go right. There, yeah, perfect. There we go. Yo, what's up, Whale? I'm maroon 4.5. Can I be can I be maroon 69? Or has that joke been done to death? I mean, it could have been worse. It's hard to get mad at a game like this when you have a moment like that because, by all accounts, it could be worse. Like that. That was worse, obviously. Hope for the best. Oh, and I missed. Man, all manner of like goofs and misfortune. When it's wobbling, that's an inconsistency that's hard to plan with, or hard to plan around. Would like to land. Not quite. Oh, oh, there it is. Oh, it would have been very funny if we would have taken that with us. We would have taken that crate with us and pulled it down slowly. I got extremely lucky with this earlier. With that jump, that's a tough-ass jump to make. Oh, I'm inside of him. Cool, I'm inside. You're not supposed to be able to land inside of one of those things. Yeah, I got really lucky on that like leap of faith into the minecart. Now, bonk. There we go. I need to wait for him to come back, or I could maybe try to swoosh it. Can only do so much. Yeah, it's like I can only do so much. I gotta rely on this guy to give me the bonks. Good bonks. It was a trick shot murder. Yeah. Well, I wish I could say it was the one that I had practiced. I could say it was intentional. Actually, we'd like to be on top of this box, or remove the box entirely. We good? Oh, it didn't count it. It didn't make the noise. But what about now? Oh. Yeah, so you have to do a spin. You have to do a spin in order to get the party noise, because he did the water bottle trick. What I'd like to do is land on top of the box. That's probably good enough. Ooh, see what I mean? See how it's scary? It's scary. I'm afraid of this crate, this wooden crate. There, crate. Good enough. There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Ace. It's the classic, and I know it's been done to death, but the Family Guy moment. No. That would have been absolutely me to a T. This guy, whoa, nice and trippy. That's a scary throw, man. It is almost a throw of fate. Almost. It is scary. Here on out, we'll have a little bit of like relatively like quiet areas, but that's only gonna last for so long. Pretty soon we're gonna get back into the scary zone. And the great thing about this game is that it's all scary. But oop, not quite. Yeah, that's a bit of a tough one. I like watching the sparks bounce around. That's not gonna fly. Literally. To me, it seems like it would make the most sense to bounce off of something. But it seems like you lose enough juice. I think what I did last time is I just kind of like barely made it. I just barely kind of hooked up. Like I like latched up with the axe, like just kind of like pulled myself up on the lip. And it just kind of barely worked out. That actually almost worked. I think what I need to do is I need to be more conscious of how I'm spinning and try to like have that like work in my favor. Probably my worst quality when I play this game is I don't really pay too much attention to like where I'm grabbing the axe. And that does have a lot of... That's actually might work. Not quite. That does have a lot of bearing into like how things are going to land. Ooh, that was actually looking better. I wonder if this is like a point where people get pissed off. There we go. And they fall down, not because they like didn't strategize right, but because they like lost their cool and said fuck this and just like did an ill-advised like big throw and it blew up in their face. Because games like this, of course, are known for being not for the faint of heart, so they can be infuriating, to put it nicely. Oh, I fucked it. There was like a moment of green and I got excited. There was like a moment of green. I said yes, and then it was moving though, so of course it didn't land. Oh, speaking of, didn't count it. Damn. If you land on the hilt perfectly, you get a little like bonus noise. But it has to do a flip. For it to count. Now, once again, you know what? I mean, I think I know the answer. I'm gonna see. Oh, okay. Well, not like that. Nothing you can latch onto, so no, it's really not worth trying. Oh, except for killing the rats. Obviously, except for killing the rats. That's like, you know, that's its own sexual thrill. There we go. Got it. Ace says, yes, lesser gamers that would get frustrated. Yeah, I would never get frustrated while playing a video game and make an ill-advised move. Certainly not I. Alex says, with not the faintest shred of self-awareness or self-irony. You can sort of cheese this area. The thing is, eventually, you have to bounce off the top. Eventually. Not enough juice. Not enough spice. Never beat any of the getting over it adjacent games. I've never have either. I've played probably like 4 or 5 hours of getting over it with Bennett Foddy, and I've gotten to the oranges. I understand that the oranges are considered like, yeah, if you make it to the oranges, that's good. There's more, obviously. Of course there's more, but like getting to the oranges is like, I think that's a point a lot of people get stuck on and never make it past. At some point it'd be nice to go back and beat that game proper. Do it legit, do it big. Jump King, I've watched people play Jump King, but I've never actually played it myself. Never played Jump King myself, and I kind of want to. I also know there's a sequel that they're working on. Oh, shucks. That looks to be quite different, honestly. Like, it's like a 3D game or something like that. Like, something decently different. That's not what I wanted at all. Almost. Good chunk. Oh. That might be good. It is exactly good. Chunk. There we go. Can I get a little something? A little. Okay, let's do that. I'll do it the cheesy way. Again, there is some cheese. Okay, I feel like I shouldn't be grabbed here. That's a little silly. No, I've never played Jump King. I've watched people play Jump King. I've watched people play Alt F4, which is, you know, not quite the same thing. Only Up. I guess Alt F4 is closer to Only Up or Chained Together. I have played Chained Together, and I love that game. We actually got to play with Alias and Mugnik and Zytio, and that was a very good time. I think Alias and myself were the only two people that enjoyed playing that game, but it was fun. It was fun. Not for the faint of heart. It's like how me killing that rat was not for the faint of his heart. Yeah, there was like a good looking... There, yep. Whoop. Choke. That's a nice safe throw. There you go. I need the emotional stability to handle that shit. The games are fun, but I will say, like, you know, the folly I think that some people have is when they sit down, they say, I'm gonna beat this tonight. Like, I'm gonna beat this tonight. Like, I'm under no pretense thinking that I'm gonna even beat the old mine. You know, the biome we're on right now. Like, ain't no fucking way am I beating this tonight. It'd be cool, but I don't have a robust enough ego to, like, have that kind of confidence. So I'm kind of in, like, the, you know, the we'll see, you know, take it one step at a time kind of mentality right now. I need to do is I need to get some, like, more momentum going, so I'm gonna do that. And then more momentum. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. That's good. That's good. And quickly. Barely, but it counts. Then I'm gonna go up a little bit. Just a little bit. Then I'm gonna, like, do a big spin. Big spin. Big spin. Is that enough? Probably. Oh, baby. New best. New PB. New personal best. Oh, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong because I gotta get this thing first. Right. Right. This is where I got fucked on last time, and not in the good way. We are past the halfway point of the old mine, which is exciting. What? Okay, so the game is still in development. I don't think I like that. The game is still in development, right? This is an early build. And or is still the demo, really. So that's a little scary. The good news is I think, well, nope. Spoke too soon. Oh. We might be reaching the limits of, like, what is ready for human consumption. Because I don't know if I like how inconsistent this is. This makes me a little bit nervous. We'll take that light. That makes me a little nervous. The good news is, you know, we can use the lights to guide us. If it says I'm gonna land on the green, I'll trust it. Yeah, I don't know if I like that, though. So this is one where I might, you know, we'll see how far we can go here, but it might be time to, like, jump to a different game in a bit here. Because this makes me... I mean, it's funny, but this is kind of a high-stakes situation here. So yeah, the game is slated for launch in January 2026. So there's a couple more months of development for the game. I'll confess I don't know if it'll launch in early access or what the plan is. I want to, like, get more on this platform. There, that's better. That's better. Go even more to the right safely. I'm, like, up against a wall apparently. So, you know, anyway, yeah, there's definitely more that the devs have planned for this game. Whoop. Apparently, all right, yeah. So we're getting there. Is this gonna be our ticket out? It's a metal platform. Metal platform. I'm gonna see if I can get more solidly on this guy. Problem is, like, any sort of movement is scary. We need that guy to come down. Oh, I was actually trying to click, but I kept missing. It's scary, but it'd be cool if we can get up to this part. Because that actually might be the end of this biome. Not quite, yeah. It's very wobbly. It's very wobbly, this like lack of confidence as like how, like what exactly we're gonna be landing upon, and kind of trusting just the shade of the little preview thingy. And I would like to get kind of farther along. Once we start moving, some options will present themselves. Unless I'm... Oh, wait. Maybe I want to go the other way? It kind of makes it... So, yeah, I was going to say, it seems like... There we go. Now I think now I'm more in the middle. Yeah, I'm bonking on something. I'm bonking on sunshine. Don't it feel good? There we go. Can I get up there? Woo! Not quite. Not... Oh, I bonked on something. So there's something else on top of that as well, which makes it tricky. I hope it's not like a thing about my GPU drivers, because I've had that before, where, like, for some indie games that are in development, certain things render differently. For indie games especially, like 2D indie games. This could be one of those cases, honestly. Good news is we're killing a bunch of spider webs. Yeah, so, like, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. It's entirely possible maybe it's not not like the game's fault at all, or the developer's fault at all. Maybe it's more of a function of like my GPU drivers, because I use an AMD graphics card, which is not, you know, the standard, obviously. Standard, of course, is NVIDIA. Oh, we're going up, apparently. It's almost like it's getting more out of sync. As much as I would like to beat this biome, this is getting weird. So yeah, I wonder if it's not necessarily the developer having a game that's in early access or still in development or anything like that. It might just be because I'm a weirdo and I have an AMD GPU, therefore my drivers sometimes cause hijinks to happen. What's up, Soapy? Send to the developers? Maybe, I might. But it wouldn't shock me if they were already aware of it. But yeah, that's a fair point. It's something to maybe let them know about, but like, this is a little bit fucky-wucky. We were already seeing some funny business with the spiderwebs getting silly. Getting all physicsed out. So there was already indication that, like, something was silly. Get up there. But the tricky thing is... there's, like, something... Yeah, there's something else to bonk on. There's, like, something else on top, I think. Hey, what's up, Cthulhu? You know what? That's a fair point. Yeah, because I think, like, well, yeah, the game did save my progress when I quit. When we like quit out. Well, when the game crashed. When my computer crashed. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that real quick. The old mind will be waiting for you. Good. Let's try that. Good thinking, Cthulhu Tentacles. It's good to see you, by the way, bud. Now let's see where it's gonna plop us. Hopefully it's the last... not quite where I was hoping we would be. Oh. Uh-oh. Where am I? Uh-oh. Am I invisible? Oh, no. Oh. Hold on. I heard a noise. Oh, no. I'm doing something. I'm hearing some clangs. If you look closely... there's like, oh, maybe it's not significant. Never mind. At first, I thought there was like this little red square right where my thingy is. There's like a little red square. I thought maybe that was significant, but then I'm like, no, there's. If you look closely, there's a whole bunch of those elsewhere. Dang, man. All right, let's try this. Let's try this. I'm gonna quit out again. Because I was on a moving platform. Maybe it got sad. Maybe it was sad that I was on a moving platform. Let's see if this is nicer. I'm in the wall! Oh! It's bebopping. Oh, it's zipping and zopping. Oh, shit. Get out! Let me out! Let me out! Oh my god, it's trying so hard. It's trying so hard, man. Oh, it was there! Kinda. Again, I can't be too angry, all right? I can't be too mad at this because the game, you're right, Soapy. It is a good game. It is very fun. And the first biome worked pretty well. The only issue we saw was like a very minor graphics issue. We had a really minor graphics issue in the first biome where like the spiderweb physics were getting silly. All right, last resort. I'm gonna do a mix-up, all right? I'm gonna do a mix-up. I'm gonna try with the scythe and see if that does something different. So... continue. Oh, we can only do new game. Can only do new game. You can't continue. Yeah, so that one has like, yeah, so if you say it with the scythe, that one has a special ability that the axe does not have. Whereas the axe has no, like, special ability. It's just Old Faithful. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. The game is still in development. They got... Oh! Are we back? We're back? Oh, but it brought us way back at the start. Ah, man. Well, let's see if I can at least get to that same part. Midnight. Yeah, let's see if we can at least get back to that same part. And see if the platforms are any less weird. Because the weird platforms were a big part of it. Were like, you know, the weird physics of the platforms. Maybe we've reset through whatever fuckery was happening. We're not stuck in the walls. Yeah, the big test will be, the big kicker will be, are the platforms, the moving platforms being inconsistent at all. We kind of saw some inconsistency with the platforms. Moving platforms' movement. Fairly early on. We saw those. It was like a little bit weird in the lead up to, like, it when you take the elevator to the old mine, which is where we are right now. There we go. Try and get some, like, some momentum. There we go. We kind of saw some indication that there was going to be potentially some wobbliness with the moving platforms, but it just kind of kept getting worse. And that's what has me a little bit concerned, that if it's like... memory leak is not the right word here, but if there's some kind of situation that is occurring where things start not fully one-to-one, you know, collisions with their... like, how they're presented, you know, what is it, what is a collision versus what is the displayed manifestation of that collision, and what happens when they don't match up. I'm worried that, like, just over time that'll continue to, like, kind of fall apart and get more unstable and more hard to work around. Get the heck out of here. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm actually gonna do a different throw because I want some flippies. Good enough flippy. I'm gonna go a little bit further, not quite that far. Barely. Barely. It's not gonna really be enough. I'm gonna have to go back over her. It didn't make it. It didn't turn green. Heck. Chunk. There we go. Is it supposed to progress you farther back? That would be interesting. Because, yeah, when it first tried to load the save, we were fairly close to where we were, maybe a few platforms back. And then the second time, we were a little bit further back. And the third time, it just kicked us back to the very start of this biome, of this zone. Although maybe that's because I selected a different weapon. Like, maybe when you even select a different weapon, you, like, lose the save. Well, you lose the exact position of the save, maybe. Where, like, it still knows what biome you were in, but you lose the exact position. Maybe. Yep. But it is a fun game. It is a fun game. It's not the developer's first game. Actually, I don't know if it's their first game on Steam. Oh, we're bringing it back down to the depths. Although the good news is we might have enough extra leverage box here to swoosh back up, because we couldn't swoosh earlier. I might be able to swoosh now. Ow. Oh, actually, right. Never mind. That was never the issue. Actually, there we go. The old mines. There we go. Easy peasy. Never even broke a sweat. Never even broke a sweat. Good job. Big. So easy. The hope... Try to get back to the moving platforms and just kind of see what state they're in, see if it's, you know, potentially doable. And if not, you know, not the end of the world. We could just play another game for a little bit. Yep. Yep. It's like once you get past... Like, this sequence we're on right now is a tough one. And then after that, the hardest sequence that I can think of in this area is the one with the mine... That, like, mine cart that's, like, moving back and forth automatically. That's hard to deal with, I think. I have a hard time with that one. Piss sucker. Meerkat, you're gonna have to be more specific than that. There's a lot of people in the chat that could be potentially referring to, so... I'm gonna need more specifics. Good to see you, bud. Just like I asked. Meerkat, you know me too well. Take that torch. Ooh, not quite enough. Bonk, bonk. I like that detail where the crate has metal edges. So if you, but a wooden base. So if you attach to the wooden base, no problem. But if your axe bits suckle upon the metal pieces of the crate, then you're gonna have a bad time. Yep. What I would like to do... Actually, I'm gonna... hoist back a little bit. A little bit more. What I'd like to do is... Like... Ideally, I'd have like a straighter shot here, but... I'm gonna keep bonking if I do have a straight shot like that. It's actually not bad. Oh. There we go. Then... too much. Oh, yeah, I fucked up that rat, though. And that one. The double rat trick shot. I'm telling you, man, you would think I was, like, aiming for these trick shots. You would think I was setting them up and calculating them like a calculated serial rat killer, like I'm running for the mayor of New York or some shit. That was not a Mumdani dig, that was a, like, Eric Adams thing, because, like, wasn't that his whole thing for a while? That was his, like, singular focus for, like, 5 minutes of his campaign or some shit. Anyway, we're bringing it back from, like, probably around 4 or 5 years ago at this point. I'm gonna try this strat again. I think there's something to... Yeah, there we go. Tricky thing. You know, I'm gonna get closer to the edge. Because now we have... Yeah, I should have just done that from the get-go. Not gonna hit that torch. Don't do it. Ooh. Bonk. Right, that's looking... okay. Looking okay right now. Oop. Okay, that was foolhardy, but it seems like this platform is working fairly well. Fairly normally. That devious minecart that fucked me last time, and not the good kind. I'm gonna try to get around him, but he will probably get in my way. Like, I can get around him at this point. I'm just gonna bonk. I'm gonna bonk him. Just get him out. Oh, you got protected by the platform, bro? Platform's such a tease. I'm going around his ass. And by around, I mean I'm sucking him down with me. Never mind, no one's getting sucked. As disappointed as you are, honestly. Oh, one more game? Oh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous, Meerkat. Like a 2-minute long piss? Bro, I know those. I know those, yep. Ooh, bump, 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 bump. Could have been worse. Yeah, I know those all too well, my mans. Especially if it's one of, yeah, you're playing like games with the homies and it's online, you know, it's online PvP, so it's like, well, shit, I can't leave. I'll be leaving my homies hanging if I leave, and like, you know, the next game is loaded up or something. So you just hope for the best. Can be dangerous, my mans. Oh, take that torch, take that rat. Heck. I went too hard last time, and that was my undoing. Nearly my undoing. Woo. There we go. He was kidnapped, right? Yeah, I remember that shit, Ace. Yeah, that was weird. I mean, there's frequently weird stuff. Oh, bringing it back. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky. Fucking take it though. And dare I say, oh, that fucking torch. That torch is devious. I might just have to like take the L on that and just break the torch so that I can have it open for next time. Or I could be a fucking gamer. Hell yeah. I never even broke a sweat. That was so calculated. So far, it appears to be behaving itself. The platforms are being like kind of normal. Kind of normal. I don't know for how long I can assume that'll be the case. But yeah, the moving platforms have been behaving. Twist to the side there. Oh, right. This is the one where you kind of have to, like, just whoopsie daisy your way back up. Like, utilizing the spins in clever ways. Oh, that's it. We just kind of slid right in. You kind of, like, you kind of lay up yourself. Oh, yeah. Almost. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Deviously deceptive. How tricky this one is, and I always think I'm supposed to bonk, but I don't think you're supposed to bonk up. That might work. Yeah, barely, but it works. So here, pretty much past here, is where those moving platforms start to fall off in their reliability. So let's see if that remains to be the case. It's so cheesy. That one frame that you can work with. I'm sure people that do like challenge runs or like the speed runs, that kind of shit, I'm sure they make frequent use of that kind of cheese. Oh, Pelican picked up Look Outside. Oh my goodness. How are you liking it, Pelican? Because yeah, I need to go back and play more of it, admittedly. Take that, rat. But yeah, good fucking video game. Good video game. And I think they've actually patched, added more stuff to it fairly recently. So I have even more reason and less of an excuse. More reason to play it and less of an excuse to not play it. Oh no! Rip! I like randomly lost grip. I think it's because it was moving. I think when you're moving, things get a little bit wobbly. You know, wobbly. Ooh, scary. Oh, not enough. Okay, we still made it. Still made it. Even go up more. Up even more. Oh no! It changed. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, that's a sword. Oh shit. Well, I definitely gotta get that, obviously. Obviously, I gotta get the sword. Yo, what's up, Perry? Not quite. I need to be on that platform. That's a tall order. And us short guys. Oh, I didn't grab that guy. Unheckin' fortunate. Us short guys, we don't do great with tall orders. Us shorties, we don't do so great with tall orders. Or tall hors d'oeuvres. I want to get that sword. I don't need it, but I want it. I like it, and I want you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't know why it, started popping off. That was very strange. It was like something got stuck underneath one of the tires, and it just started to accelerate rapidly. Beat your first playthrough, had to do some safe scumming. Yeah. I mean, it's not an easy game. Not an easy game. Damn, son, you frying chicken over there? Yeah, Meerkat was frying that chicken for sure. You piss loud as fuck, boy. I think that's real cool. I like the one where it's Foghorn Leghorn. You gotta piss in the side, boy. You gotta make it a stealth piss. You're waking up the whole damn neighborhood. That do it? Hup. And hup. make it? Oh, I'm gonna hit the torch if I do that. Good enough. All this just to see what lays beyond the case of... In the case of that one like moving platform section. You gotta assert that dominance, that's right, man. Loud and proud, says Meerkat. Loud and proud, baby. I kind of want to just like... just to fucking knock it down. Just get it out of here, because that thing keeps being a nuisance. Yeah, if you don't play a lot of RPG, that's a fair point too. I'm not like an RPG, you know, expert myself. I enjoy a lot of them, but I'm by no means a card-carrying professional on the genre. Ooh, a little spicy. And then the sword, where was it? Was it down there? Oh shit, well, okay, definitely not down there, because I went all the way fucking down. I think it's up. I think it's that way, but up. Yeah, Whale knew. Yeah, Whale instantly picked up on that one. None of us are proud of it, but we know what's going on there. Yeah, just don't physics away like that one almost did earlier. Granted, there were things over on the other side to block it from running away from us, but still, it was scary. Excuse me, what's up, Farsight? Crush, controller crushing and controller destruction. Rage-inducing game. The good news is that this is a mouse and keyboard game, although it wouldn't shock me if the devs were considering, you know, gamepad controls. And I mean, for all I know, maybe gamepad controls are already on the table. Did make it? Oh. Uh-oh. Scary. I will say, even though, like, we've had some honest-to-goodness technical issues, and dare I say, maybe we've even been screwed over by the technical issues that prevented us from getting to the next biome. You know, that being said, it is still very fun. Like, I'm having a good time, and you can probably tell I'm not really like that bummed whenever I get fucked or whenever we fall down, because, like, it's a fun game. It's very fun. And it's very satisfying. So even if I fuck up and fall down, like, it's like, oh, that's a bummer. But I'm not like, you know, fuck this. I'm like, let's keep fucking going, baby. Let's get fucking good. Ooh, okay, that was silly of me. Oh, that's also silly. Down to the depths. But I think, yeah, we'd gotten back up once before. But we can do it again. Probably. We can probably do it again. Oh, that was lucky. That was lucky, but we fucking got it, yeah. Yes, just like getting over it, just like other Foddy likes, there are some guardrails to make it harder to fall all the way back to the beginning, but it is not impossible. Not impossible to get hecked all the way back to the beginning. It can happen. Can happen, and I'm sure it has happened to others. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I know it's coming. Boom, boom. Imagine doing this with no preview, because there's different difficulty levels. One of the difficulty levels is no preview assistance. You're on your heckin' own. Can you fucking imagine? Can you heckin' imagine? What about Piss Retention Friday? Or Friday. Yeah, as if it's a single day. Right, February, the entire month of February. We are pissing the night away, you're right. You got me there, we are pissing the night away. Now granted, it's only a Tuesday night, so I would maybe avoid, you know, taking a whiskey drink. That being said, I mean, you know, for some of us, you know, some folks already have off for, like, you know, some part of the holiday season. I myself, I do work tomorrow. I do work tomorrow. Woo! Oh, ooh, that was a little bit risky, Thankfully, I'll be working from home, so not in the office. Look at the fucking... Look at the minecart stuck on there. That's actually kind of funny. Oop. What makes me a little bit nervous is that the minecart kind of lags behind, which we saw last time. That's where like the weird physics with the moving platform started to get a little bit frisky. Ah, he hacked me. That's okay. Now he's like truly out of the equation. For this part at least. Chunk. All right, you have to, yeah, I forgot it's in slow motion. There we go. And then hoist myself a little bit up. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go, oh wait. No need to rush it, no need to rush it. Mental or emotional fortitude, yeah. I don't know. I think it's all about expectations, right? It's all about expectations. If you know things are gonna go to shit, then it's not as heartbreaking when it inevitably happens. So the sword is somewhere back that way. I'm not gonna just like fling myself for it now. Oh, that was lucky. But yeah, that sword that we saw in the distance is somewhere over yonder. I think what's probably gonna happen, I mean, I'm not exactly, I still need to refine my clairvoyance here. But I suspect what's gonna happen is we're gonna get back to that same part of the game, and the platforms are probably gonna still be kind of wobbly. So I think what I might do is, if it comes to a point where there's like an obvious path to lead us towards that cool extra sword instead of going for the ending, I might try for that instead. As if the moving platforms are gonna heck us over again, that might be like my, you know, I'm willing to meet a game halfway if it's, you know, if there's like, if it's difficult for sure, but you know, its systems are being consistent, but you know, it's, and this is not me saying that like, oh, game bad, but game is still in development. Game is still very much in development. It's not out until January of next year, so I'm more than willing to like say like, you know, to call this basically a demo, basically, because that's essentially what it is. And you maybe come back to it once the game fully has launched, and then kind of see where things are at. Oh, almost. This jump is like always a little bit tricksy. We've gotten it a couple times before, so I know. Oh, is that it? Oh, well, we fucked up the rat. That's its own, you know, it's its own joy, I suppose. We just had a bit more juice. Or if we had the scythe would flutter up no problemo there. I've never gotten a ricochet landing up to here. I've always just like kind of barely hoisted it. A little hoistification, if you will. That might be it. No, it's not even close. It was an air ball. The game is very fun. I'm excited to see what kind of happens with like once it's fully out. Kind of what that'll look like. I'm curious to see the other weapons and like the goofy achievements. We've already gotten a few of them. I think that was too much spin, maybe. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Woo! So if we wanted to, we could maybe try some gamer shit to climb up there. Possible, but man, that'd be really tough. Maybe the scythe could like do some bullshit to get up there, because I think that would lead very easily to the sword. It's also, the sword is cool, and you know it's cool because it's got a cool like ribbon on it. That's how you know it's awesome. It's got like a scarf. Yep. An extra difficulty. I was gonna say I was thinking either, yeah, like there's punishment if you kill a rat, or there's bonuses if you kill a rat, or there's punishment if you don't kill all the rats. Because I think killing the rats on purpose is probably a lot harder than like avoiding them. Well, I don't know. Avoiding them is also pretty tough too, honestly. But I would rather the challenge. You know, actually, which challenge would I rather? I don't know. They both would be pretty tough. Yeah, killing all of them would be rough for sure. Like, making a weird state for myself here. Yep, and now to there. Now the sword is down that way. Good news is there's a lot of dirt on that side, which is good. That was exceptionally lucky. Usually I'm trying to like slide upwards. Not very often I'm trying to slide downwards. I'm gonna see. That's a weird angle. I think it's down here. So I see a shiny. It'd be very embarrassing if I were to eat shit here. I'm so close to this treasure I've been lusting after. That's all metal. Yeah, we gotta be really careful here. I could, like, get back to that spot. Try to attack lower. Oh, that's a very generous preview. There we go, we got it. Sorted with the ribbon! Flip directions. Ooh, it's the dancing sword. I want to try it, if not just because it looks pretty. Right click to flip directions. Very different mechanics. Differently, you know, like, or not mechanics, but physics. Different physics for sure. So what I could do... Ooh. This is weird. Will inevitably get weird. Whoop, whoop. No, not quite. I mean, yes. You can only do one... Oh, that was a lucky grab. You can only do one reflection per throw. You can't, like, go bump, 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 bump. You can only do one reflection. But that is pretty cool, though. And again, just so we're all clear, it's also very pretty. Which is, you know, more important. I did use the reversal. I used the reversal and it kind of saved my ass at the end there. You know what? Oh, gaming, dude. Yeah, that right click power is actually kind of cracked. Kind of nutso. Because it's so long, it really does require some, like, fuckery. Some physics fuckery. Both spelled with PH. Oh my god. You can actually pull some stupid bullshit. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, now... Because, yeah, it's got that extra length. I mean, there's a lot of blade to work with, which is cool. But, yeah, it's real funky. It's got a real funky monkey. Chunky. It's weird, but I do like it. I do like it. I'm liking this weapon. Oh, I shouldn't have reversed it. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing with the reversal? Oh, I tried to right click. Yeah, it's like... God, and I keep landing in this, like, vertical situation, so what I almost need to do is... But yeah. Oh, shit! It's almost more... Well, it's not almost. It is more unwieldy than the axe for this particular part. I was thinking maybe the direction reversal would be a little bit easier. Yeah. And maybe it does. The problem is, like, if it's almost like if I could land vertical. I'm actually... Maybe. Yeah, not quite, not quite. I mean, I could always go... down and, like, try to find another way. If that's it, though. What's up, Nakomi? Good to see you, bud. What's the power? It reverses the direction while you're in the air. So if I were to fling to the left and then do the reversal, Boop. It reverses the other direction, which is pretty cool. Actually, that might be good. Ooh, almost. Maybe if I had done the reversal there. It's pretty cool, though. The scythe also has a power. The scythe, if you right-click, does a little upward boost. It's a small one, but it could potentially be very helpful in, like, certain sequences. Yeah, this is tough to work with. In this, like, kind of narrow situation here. I know it's doable. I know it's doable, though, man. Like, and I almost wonder if I'm screwing myself over by trying to lean on this cool guy ability. Excuse me. I like how when, and again, you're allowed one reversal per toss. At which point it turns gray, and then it resets when it lands fully. Ooh, that might be good. No, not quite. Not quite. The thing is just getting enough of a clearance. Or just go full vertical. That might be something, actually. Not quite. Not quite. Ka-chunk. Of course, the problem is that there's nothing to stick to. There's like just that one little piece of soil. I'm trying to like kind of gauge how late I can reasonably go here. Something else. If I do one of those. Unfortunately, if I wanted to change characters, I would have to restart the run, basically. By this point, we are locked in with this guy. Good. Not quite. I was thinking maybe reversal at the right time would do it. Hey, there we go. Wow. Let's never do that again. Well, I mean, let's be real. With this game, there's never a guarantee. There's always the chance things could go poorly. So we might indeed have to do it again. That's the joy of this goofy-ass game. Like, send it up. Just trying to, like, yoink it up a little bit more. Well, I'll have to launch it against this guy. If I have a hope. Bonk it and have it land. Oh, not good, not good. Yep. Did it land? Blade first on the wall, not hilt first. Just assume that'll do it. Like that. Not quite. Don't fall down! No! Yeah, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? So now I'm wondering, man, should I just reset? You have to start at the very beginning of the game, though. Part of why I was thinking I would mostly stick with the axe, because the axe is, you know, no special powers, but it is like a good all-terrain weapon or all-terrain character. Nice and fairly evenly balanced. Ooh, boom. Unfortunate, yeah. Do I want to keep playing or do I want to switch to something else? I don't know. The problem is like, well, let's see. 911 throws, by the way. I'm throwing for the content. If I were to switch, I think if you switch back to the axe, yeah, I think you start the entire game over again. I don't think you start back at the last checkpoint or anything like that. Yeah. How's about this? Yeah, so I think I'm willing to I'm not going to stop streaming, but I think I'm willing to maybe switch to a different game. Because we were seeing symptoms that the moving platforms were similarly weird. And that's, I think, a symptom, at least, that the game is, well, we know it's still in development, but yeah, there's still some, like, known kinks to be worked out. Out of curiosity, if I were to say play, and then I say continue, oh shit, maybe. Does it pick up? Where does it pick up with the axe? Kind of curious. Oh, I'm in the wall again, dude. Yeah. All right, well. Damn, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so again, I'm not counting this as like against the game. It's still in early, it's not even early access. The game's just not out yet. I was able to get a pre-access review key, pre-release review key. And which is to say, I think this is like not even the demo. I think this is like just the game in its current state as they have it on Steam. Game comes out in January. I think it's fun just as it is. I know it will get even smoother as the developer puts more time into the game, fixes some of these. Yeah, all right, so now we start at the beginning of the old mine. So that's at least nice. It did save a checkpoint back at the beginning of the old mine. So that's at least nice. So yeah, so this game is, I think it's fun. I'm liking it a lot. And I'm excited to see where the release takes this game in January. If we go back to the main menu, you can see that there's a whole bunch of weapons. We have 3 of them. We have the axe, we have the scythe, and the dancing sword. But there's a mace, there's a boomerang, there's like a broadsword, there's a fucking gun, because of course there is. Some kind of cool sword, there's like a cool other axe. There might even be more that the devs are working on, hard to say. One thing I will do really quick is try the scythe, just to see what that upward boost looks like. I'm kind of curious. So take a look at that upward boost. Whew. It's actually a pretty good boost. That's a pretty nice little jump there. Pretty impressive. But of course, the downside with this weapon is kind of the inverse of, maybe not the inverse, but a kind of a different direction of a problem that the sword has, where this thing has a very prominent and very long and kind of oddly shaped handle. The sword has a fairly small handle, so it has a lot of blade surface area, but no curve to it, so it's elongated, and a lot of it is like, you know, a grabbable blade surface. But it does, you know, kind of introduce its own challenge. So the fact that each weapon is like just shaped differently already means they bring something different to the table. On top of the fact that, yeah, the axe has, oh, not the axe, but a lot of these weapons have like cool special abilities. So yeah, I really appreciate what this game's going for. And like a couple other folks mentioned, even if you're not normally a big fan of the kind of like Bennett Foddy-like games, or yeah, Jump King, Alt F4, those kinds of games, this game does, I would say, it, for me at least, it does something different enough where it doesn't feel as frustrating or as like bullshitty, and it's pretty satisfying. Like I was saying, I was saying like, all right, I'm done for the night, and then here I am still playing. Like it's kind of hard to put down. That's pretty cool. And look at that, you could use that little upward jump to save your ass if you get stuck, or if you're in the danger zone, that is. Yeah, very cool little game. Bunk. Bunk, bunk. Oh, now we're going back. There it is, yeah. And it's a pretty cool little game. I like it a lot. And shoutouts to the developer. The developer whose name is back in the main menu. It is. Wait for it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. This guy, Kodachi Games. So shoutouts to the developer. Making a cool little game, and I'm excited for that January release. So thank you to them for hooking me up with a pre-release review key, and to Keymailer as well for facilitating that as well.